But sometimes half of the fun in entrepreneurship is seeing yourself level up. What's going on, y'all? My name is Vannesia Darby, and I am a marketing consultant. I'm also a full-time digital marketing manager in my 9-to-5 job. This video is going to be another video in my career series. So if you haven't checked out the rest of the playlist, go ahead and start tapping and clicking and doing your thing, and make sure you find the rest of these videos talking about the transition between full-time job and entrepreneurship, vice versa, building parallel careers, all of that. So I got a couple questions, and I'm so happy to answer them for y'all. Now I'm going to be reading off this question because it's kind of long and it's kind of detailed, and I want to make sure I answer it in full the way that my notes say. All right, so if you see me looking over here, once again, I'm looking off to the side. So the question is, what steps should I consider in order to monetize a niche area, especially with regard to content creation? That is such a good, like, these questions are so good, y'all. Shout out to my people. This question is so good because there's a couple different things that you can do. One thing I want to kind of also put out there is that everything may not be niche. Like, we think a lot of things are niche, but we may have to take a macro approach or a global approach and look at how many people are already doing some of these things that we're doing. Now, again, I worked in a niche industry. I worked in the gospel music industry, but there are still millions of people that listen to gospel music, right? But in comparison, it may not be as big as pop, or it's not as big, not even may. It's not as big as pop, or it's not as big as hip hop or even country compared to those genres. But there's still a good base of fans that listen to that. So if you can kind of suspend reality for whatever industry that you're in and just think that it's not niche, then it may take some of the sting out with how to approach that industry, how to create content around it. So I guess that was like a tip before the tip. But here's the first tip we're gonna hop into. All right, so you need to know what the streets are saying about your industry or about your topic. So you can use websites like Google Trends. I just saw today that Instagram rolled out, I think it was IG Reel Trends. You can use trending topics on Twitter. You can use answerthepublic.com. You can use Google. You can use TikTok. You can use YouTube. All these places are search engines, right? So people put questions in there and they put what they want to know. And so much of content creation is looking into, especially the age that we're in now, it's looking into what people are talking about, what people are searching for, and trying to anticipate that and have content readily available when they're looking for it. And so if you go and you search on TikTok and you do, like, I know Foodie Talk is big. What questions are people asking about food? Or what content are people creating around food and using that hashtag? And so, like, if you walk up to a group of people and you're kind of listening to their conversation and you hop in the conversation because you already heard it, that's what content creation is. It's like, I'm already gonna be ear hustling and listening to what you guys need, and then boom, I'm hopping in the conversation, and here's my reel, and here's my TikTok video, and here's my YouTube short. That's literally all it is. So take the same approach to whatever industry or whatever niche area that you're in, and start listening and put your ears to the streets to see what they're talking about, and then add value to that conversation. The second thing that you want to do is that you want to see if there's any gaps. So maybe someone is sharing their career journey like I am, but they never heard it from my perspective. They never heard it for creative industries. They never had someone go back into the workforce after they were an entrepreneur full time. So there's a certain sauce that you can bring to the table that no one else can bring. It could be your experience. It could be how you see the world, your worldviews, what impacted you, and what you can bring to the table. So see what's missing. In addition to your personality, there may be some technical things that are missing, like maybe people shoot straight to camera, but you want to do voiceover videos, those type of things. So look from different angles to see what can you add to the community, what can you add to the conversation, even in this niche area. Obviously it interests you, so you may have different things that you can bring to the table that other people aren't talking about. Now, this is where the money comes in. This is the third tip I would recommend, is to see what companies are investing in that market. And what I mean by that is, if you go like to a podcast, for sure BetterHelp gonna have an ad, okay? BetterHelp gonna have an ad. I think the Purple Mattress is gonna have an ad. There are certain companies who are really interested in certain things, or even certain types of mediums like podcasting versus YouTube videos and stuff like that. See what companies are actually interested in investing financially into creators that are creating content around your niche. So for example, professional development and personal development, which is the industry I'm in, or even marketing, the industries that I'm in, I know that there's Skillshare. I know that there's Squarespace. I know that there are certain companies that have a little bit of budget, all right, that they're willing to throw throw into an affiliate program, or they're willing to throw into a sponsorship. So that's gonna lead me into my fourth point, is to start creating content. Okay, start creating content so when you go pitch to these companies, which is the last point, they actually see that you know what you're talking about and that you know what you're doing. So 3, 4, and 5 again is to start noticing what companies are investing into the niche area that you're in. Start creating content that may even catch their eye or may be useful when you reach out to them. And lastly, to actually reach out to them. Okay, don't wait. And I know, you know, we want everything to be perfect, and I get it and I understand. But sometimes half of the fun in entrepreneurship is seeing yourself level up. Because I'm telling you, you can't tell me nothing with this camera, okay? And it's so much better than my old camera, but I digress. Make sure that you actually start. And so when companies go and see, even if you're a micro influencer under 10,000 followers or a nano influencer under 5,000 followers, you know, it's okay. Like, there's still money to be gotten. All right, so if you're trying to make this and trying to monetize this thing, it's totally fine to go ahead and start, and then to see what companies are looking for. And you're only gonna know that when you pitch and when you start creating content and start tweaking content along the way. All right, y'all, I hope this video helped you. Again, if you have any questions, drop them down below. I wanna continue the conversation. Don't forget to check out the rest of the videos in the career series, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a fabulous rest of your week, and remember to always speak life. Peace.